Hey, just a quick warning before we begin today's video. I'm just gonna say it right now. If you cannot handle criticism of the Beatles nor the fan game I'm about to do a hot take on, Can't Find Me Love, you might as well just click off the video and just save yourselves the immaturity that I know some of y'all might put in the comment section. And to be clear, I am aware it is a 16 plus game. I know it's gonna have that stuff in it. I'm not dumb, but the stuff that's said in it does not look 16 plus for me. It should look like it should be for 18 plus. But then again, I am entitled to my own opinion as you are to yours. But that other way, let's begin the video. To start off, we need to know what this game is about. Can't Buy Me Love is you, the player, who play as a girl in 1962 who loves older music than the modern Beatles at the time, who also just turned 18. That already sounds wrong to me, that the detail was even put in there. But apparently, you're sold by your own mom in the game to Paul McCartney for 10 quid. This already sounds very wrong. But anyway, while you are taken out of the house, your own mother flakes ashes on your own baby pictures. Yes, this is just what happens. I don't know why that's put in there. That's even more worse. We then cut to being taken down the road, and during this time, we are told by Paul that our stuff has been burnt on the side of the road because, according to him, he didn't want any freebies. This already feels very, very wrong. You would then go inside their place to meet the other Beatles, and the others are obviously very shocked that Paul had even bought your personhood. After that, Paul would then take you to his room to put you in a dog crate. Yeah, it's gonna get a lot worse from here, I can tell. After some time, George would then have brain cells, thank you George Harrison, and tell you that you should not be in the dog crate and that you are a human being. You would then have a choice to stay in the dog crate or tell him that he's right. When George leaves, Paul would then enter and to let you out and ask if it was comfortable in there. After that, you would then be taken to the living room where the others are having other girls in. They're obviously very older than you, thank God. Normal, like, thank you. Okay, anyway. They would then talk about being naked in an album cover. Oh, dear Lord, just kill me now. Anyway, after you would crash out on the Beatles for being quiet all the time, being forced to do this and that, you would then be sent to make tea. Really helpful there. Sending you into the kitchen and having another choice to escape, which, if you do that, would just close the game, or stay. And then the rest just depends on what ending you're doing, and there's no Ringo ending. Yeah, we already got a lot to unpack here. First off, why does it have to be like officially stated that we just recently turned 18 weeks ago? I don't know, it sounds pretty weird if you ask me. And also, Paul burning our stuff on the side of the road because he didn't want freebies. Real nice there. I don't know what went through their brains when making that one. Also, to add on to the fact that apparently we have been in the dog crate for 7 hours. That's as long as a school day in some countries. What the? Also, to add in that, like, Ringo just straight up doesn't exist in the game. He just only has a few lines and just speaks a little bit about apparently the president JFK dying. Don't know why they had that in anyway. But I get it, you don't know much about Ringo, but at least put in like a few research for his lines and put in some lines or something. If you could put in like a whole bunch of notes about Beatles history, I guarantee you can do some lines in there. But then again, I'm not a game developer, so what the hell do I know? Also, I just have to speak about Paul McCartney in this game. His face sprites are just really creepy in general, and the acts he does just sounds like more or less of like what you Sims call so flirty. I know there's Sims badly out there in the Beatles fandom, but I don't see it. Either I'm not acknowledged enough to know this is probably either dark romance or something, but it's not speaking to me. Maybe I'm just not into it. But if you dig it, you dig it. It just sounds really, really wrong here. And Paul just being really aggressive the entire game, and just being really possessive the entire game. It's just really weird. And I don't know how people like it, but if you like it, you'll like it. You're your own person. Also, I just need to say right now, the one image that inspired me to make this video was this one in the Paul ending. And, yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. Okay, let's move on to my next hot take since I got a lot more game footage than I thought I would need. What's our next hot take, you may ask? It is the shipping hot take. The shipping hot take is that people in the Beatles fandom would ship the band members together, like the famous one, the Mick Lennon ship, which is Paul and John in a relationship together, and another one, the Star Harrison ship, which is George and Ringo together. Now, I have some boundaries on this. If you're just doing it for funnies, and you don't actually mean it, then like, sure, knock yourself out. I really don't care. I think it's kind of cute when it comes to the stage, but if you genuinely think they were in a relationship back in the day and were gay for each other, just didn't tell the public, you're just delusional. I'm gonna be honest. You're just delusional if you think they were actually together because they had wives, they had kids. You need to like understand that. But it's just insane that people would think that. But I know some of y'all are gonna say, "Oh, but John was bisexual." Like, shut up. I hear you. I get it. But being bisexual does not mean that it's a gay thing. Just because you're bisexual does not automatically make you gay. That just means you have another option to gender dating. It is not that hard to understand. And you might also say, "Oh, but what about all the silly stuff they did during their time together? Where?" Like, it's just them being friends together. It's just friends messing around at the end of the day. At the end of the day, again, they all had wives, they got kids. It's not a big deal. They all are friends. Also, another thing to add in here for another hot take is the fact that the Beatles fandom paints the band as innocent little angels that did not do any harm at all. Oh, this is funny. It's amazing how stupid this fandom can get, and to show how stupid this can get, I'm going to tell each problematic thing that the Beatles have done. I know there's more, but we're going to be here all day, so I'm only going to do one for each of them. This one's obvious. The first one is John Lennon, who confessed to long-term domestic violence against Cynthia and admitted to neglecting Julian. Paul McCartney, which I know you Sims are not going to be happy with this one and continue to glaze him. He would be frequently engaging in infidelity, which means cheating. I know probably y'all won't understand, but it means cheating on like his long-term partner Jane Astor, and had a very controversial dominant leadership style during the band's later years. George Harrison would engage in affairs with wives of his closest friends. Like some of y'all might remember watching that one video where who was interested in John's wife. But then again, that could have been a joke. We don't know. I could be wrong. But yes, he would be engaged in a lot of affairs to the other band members' wives. And Ringo Starr would do very domestic violence against his wife Barbara while struggling with alcoholism in the late 70s, most likely from the band's breakup. So, in conclusion for today's video, just don't be rude about my own opinion. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm entitled to my own opinion, as I am sure that you are entitled to yours. And hopefully you maybe learned something in today's video. Maybe I changed your opinion on the game or what you think about the Beatles in general. I don't know. But hopefully, hopefully this video was just entertaining for you to just put on the background noise. I was just yapping here because I legit have nothing to do. I have no video ideas. I don't know. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. Please like and subscribe, and I'm gonna go eat a battery. I'm hungry as hell. What's your opinion on Can't Buy Me Love?
I don't like it.
Oh, really? How so?
She's a bit weird. I don't like the art style. Not enough for me.
Very nice. Also, no, for the love of God, I am not sponsored. I just love the Energizer Bunny. I'm not sponsored. Okay, bye. Dance, dance to the dead.